Okay, so when it comes to web penetration testing, or otherwise called web hacking, my preferred platform is Cyber Ranges. There are also those other platforms like TryHackMe and Hack the Box. But first of all, we'll start with the Cyber Ranges, and we start with the setup of a VPN. So why do we need the VPN? These rooms are hosted on the Cyber Ranges. Let's say Cyber Ranges server. So for you to be able to access them, you need to be connected to the same server. And how we do that is we use OpenVPN, whereby we download the client, then by using RDP protocol or just SSHing there, we can get to that machine. And one of the reasons I love this room is because it allows us to use RDP any other time, meaning you can be able to access this on your Windows machine. Let's get into it. So this is my account. I've logged in. I'll come here. Here the download certificate. You click here so that it drops down the menu. I always select 2.4. You'll realize that it's being allocated 1 because there's already another one existing. So after downloading, you open the what? You open your file from this location. Then you do what? After opening your file from the location, the simplest option is just to rename, Control A, Control copy so that you can copy it. Then I open the terminal here. Then I just do the sudo open, no, it's a one word, open VPN. Okay, now I'm supposed to enter the password. They have entered my password. So this is to ensure that the VPN is working. Then the VPN works, it's like a general way of you accessing the server, but now being specific to what you want to do, you can see the initialization sequence is completed. So for you to access the specific room you want to, I'll come back here to my dashboard. Yeah, we are connected, or it's supposed to be showing somewhere. It will just see it from the room side. There's no problem with that. So our room was a DAM vulnerable web application. Then I'll go to the DAM vulnerable web application. Then I'm supposed to start it from here, and wow, just like that. Is it on? You can see that here's a progress bar. So I'll wait for the progress bar to hit the end. Then we can connect, and this room, because we already connected to the server, the server is their system which is hosting this DAM vulnerable web application. In the past, we could do this. We could just download it from GitHub, then set up XAMPP on our local machine so that we could be able to attack it on our local machine. But since it's hosted here, the approach might come very different. Now you can see it has started. Then I'll start. And then okay. So there are two ways of doing this, and the first way is what we'll do is you just do this. You copy this URL because you're already connected to their server. Then via the VPN, then you control V. You'll see that we're able to access this system. But for anyone or that person using Windows, if you're wondering where to start from, I'll introduce you to something that is not new, something that I've done in the past several times, where we use RDP. So RDP is the remote desktop protocol. It uses port, is it 3358 or 3850? I think it's 3359 or 58. I'm yet to confirm. So what happens is that now we want to log onto another machine because maybe you don't have that virtual machine on your that Linux virtual environment or via the VMware or the VirtualBox. So what you do, you come to your terminal, of which when it comes to Windows you'll be using what? Probably you'll be using the. Let me just clear this. I was having trouble with my streaming software. So it's supposed to be full screen though. Let me pull it. Okay, that's right. So what we'll do, so it's xrdp3, and because the password in the username never changes. What changes is the IP address. So we'll deal with the IP address, and from the look of things, the IP address changed. Now it's still 125.100. So hit enter, and what you realize is it has opened on my other monitor. You can see that we are now having a new Linux environment on our machine. So why that you're using Windows, this could have been the best way of you accessing this machine or accessing a Linux machine. So from here you can now go visit what you can now from here you can visit the web address, which is an IP. I'll just copy that, then I'll come back to our XRDP free, then I'll paste. Okay, it might be a little bit slow, you should understand. Okay, is it really responding? Okay, no response. So what I'll do, it's http http://192.168.125.100 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I believe that's it. Try again. Let me confirm first if it's the one. 125 100. Is it the same thing I'm supposed to be doing? 125 100. Yeah, it's unable to connect to the it's unable to connect. What might be the reason? Anyways, I believe it's also loading at a very slower rate. So a good option should be you going direct. This requires you to have a Linux machine. You're going direct to the web, because you've already connected onto their server via the VPN. So you have been allocated a route towards this web page via an IP address. I think that's the easiest way to put it. So we are here with the dumb vulnerable application, and from the next video, that's what we'll be doing. So the first video is just to check how to set up, because it's quite important.